All right, lovely. So, Katina, thank you very much for the introduction. I very much appreciate that. I'm sure you enjoy taking a break and kind of sitting back for a little bit on these. So happy to be able to do that for you. And super excited to meet everybody here. May not know any of you here, but I'm hoping that I have a little bit of a connection with every single individual that's in Katina's network and specifically on this residual income opportunity. My goal here is to not bore you, not provide you with too much information, but give you some insight on an additional residual opportunity, depending on what it is that you do. So real short and sweet, my name is Timothy. I'm not going to go through a life story of me and kind of what I did, but I pretty much got into the finance world after graduating college. I used to be a content producer for the Washington Capitals, the Wizards, and the Redskins back in the day. And I was doing like on-air TV and presentations like that, which was really fun. But kind of like Katina mentioned earlier, I needed opportunity where I can grow. I needed opportunity where I can level myself up over time and not have anyone impede on that or hinder that growth from being able. So I got into the finance world and learned that there were endless opportunities to create a large network and continually offer all different types of services that can kind of help you respectively grow your own network or grow your own residual streams of income. So our company as a whole, the reason that I'm on here and being invited is because Residual Opportunity that we offer is a free partnership with our company. Our company is one of the leading marketplaces for all different types of small business financing. You may be a small business owner. You may know some people that are small business owners. You may have clients that are small business owners. Essentially, what our platform allows you to do is leverage solutions to those business owners and actually get a portion of the referral fee that would come from helping that business owner find the right financing program for their business. Like Katina talked about earlier with some marketing strategies, you don't have to be an expert at this. We have some people that come in and do Facebook ads, even do as little as Craigslist ads, but essentially place our brand on all of these different advertising websites or social media channels and have a very streamlined way to bring in opportunities just by having a large network. So, the financing that we provide is very different from bank financing. Essentially, we help the communities of business owners that are unable to get access to traditional financing. Believe it or not, it's a majority that aren't. In fact, the SBA defines a business as someone who is less than 500 employees, but that makes up 99.8% of the small business community in the United States, are businesses with under 500 employees. So a lot of times small business owners just generally have challenges when it comes to growing their business because oftentimes they can't find the capital to help them grow their business. Potential of working with our company is to help empower business owners that you may know or have in your sphere of influence and offer them these solutions at no extra resource or time to you, which brings us all back to that additional residual income stream. So essentially, our referral platform allows you at no cost to offer our solutions to anybody in your network, anybody that you associate with, anybody that you're in groups in or communities in. And we offer a bunch of different material to allow you to do so. Katina specifically, she has some custom coded stuff for her as we've been working together for a very long while, but every partner that signs up with us gets access to landing pages and they get access to marketing material. And essentially, we give you tools and we give you resources to allow you to kind of go out there and maybe build your own business loan brokerage in your brand. What's very unique about us is that you don't have to be licensed in a certain state to provide a loan option like this in that state. You also don't have to have your financial advising degree or your Series 6 in order to be able to steer someone to our platform. Essentially, we're going to allow you to say, hey, I have this network and I have these people that I want to potentially bring in. And you're going to get a custom member of my team on business development that's going to help you build your brand, build your landing page, add financing to your website or your social media streams. In essence and hope that you may be able to bring in opportunities at no time or no cost to you in doing so. Within our platform, we offer a lot of different products. I didn't want this to be informative or too numbers or picture driven, but I'm just going to quickly go over some of the things that we do here. Does anybody mind sharing kind of what industry they're in currently? Like, do you work with real estate professionals? Are you someone that maybe is part of a small business or has their own small business? Or maybe are you kind of just looking for residual streams based on, okay, real estate professionals, naturally. But with that being said, the beauty of what we do is that we help every type of small business. Our marketplace is industry agnostic. You could be a drop shipper from home. You can be a one employee trucking company that parks your 18-wheeler right outside your house. You could be a small restaurant, a small retail store. Essentially, you just need to be a business owner that generates revenue in order to qualify for a platform like ours. So I'm seeing some responses in the chat. So I want to throw out some utilizations of how this type of financing can help industries. Real estate and medical fields. So obviously, when you're in real estate, you may be in the fix and flip space. You may be in the leasing space. You may be in the Airbnb space. We help a lot of business owners not really finance real estate directly, but more so get access to capital that can help them with a fix and flip project or help them cover costs of renovations on a real estate build. It could even be spending money on marketing or spending money on tenant renovations so that they can raise their rent a certain amount per whatever their agreement is with their clients, right? What's unique about us is that you can come to our platform and get access to financing regardless of what you're utilizing it for. So you can be even paying off a tax lien, let's say, or you can be utilizing financing for something that's not even related to your business, but you would still be able to qualify if you're a business owner. The medical field, obviously one of the stronger ones that are out there, survived through the pandemic, actually kind of thrived through the pandemic. So that's always been a very strong industry for someone like us. I see restaurant software sales, super interesting. You're going into these small businesses every day in your regular life. So something like this is one of those value adds of, hey, if I want to move forward with your software, but I don't have 20,000 to spend on it. Here's an outlet where you can access working capital to help you bring on this software, help you cover some of the costs of which. Auto detailing, clothing retail, you're seeing people come in, they might be business owners. Auto detailing, you're probably doing, if you're doing like mobile auto detailing, I'm sure you're doing it for high earners. Those high earners might be business owners. So essentially with bookkeeping, doesn't get better than that. You're speaking with business owners on a daily basis, helping them with things like financials, helping them with things like returns. A lot of times people will steer towards an accountant or a tax advisor or a financial professional when it comes to talking about things that are taking place in their business. So it all sounds like everyone, painting contractors. One of the businesses that we help the most are B2C construction and general contracting companies. Reason being, they don't get a lot of love from the banks. A lot of times they don't have a set payroll. A lot of times they don't have set salary employees. They pretty much pick up employees on an as-need basis. So those are a very large portion of who we're helping here. Any GC, anything related to a real estate build, like the cider, the paver, the roofer, everything related to that are usually businesses that very strongly benefit from getting access to capital. And that's what's going to help them continue to grow their business and grow your personal and professional brand by being able to leverage a platform like this. This is my last slide, as I am keeping it super short and sweet and hoping that we're actually communicating a lot, which I'm very happy about. Hoping we can kind of open up the floor for some questions because I'm sure some of them are similar. So here's the only minimum requirements needed to qualify. Now, this is going to be very different than what most of y'all are used to, just for the sole fact that we're so used to what banks are looking at when it comes to financing. We're used to having to put up residential or commercial collateral. We're used to having to put up our credit and getting a hard pull on our credit just to potentially be declined for what we're looking for. So what we've developed here within our platform is a streamlined access to over 90 different companies that offer business financing with a soft credit pull. So there's no hard credit pull on the upfront to get access to loan products through our platform. Now, we're not taking any collateral or credit like a normal bank would, your requirements that you see up here might be a little bit different than what you're used to. Fun fact, we don't have a minimum FICO requirement. A lot of times business owners will have that challenge more than anything, because when you start your business, a lot of times you have to leverage your personal credit to continue to grow your business. So with what we do here, we help business owners across the board, regardless of what their credit is. In fact, there's times where people have come to us with 700, 750 scores, and they didn't score as well as someone that's been in the business for 10 years, but has a 600 score. So it's not all about the score number either. It's more so about what their business is looking to utilize funding for and how we can help them grow by accessing a platform like ours. So you'll see that the minimum requirements that you need to be in business for is that you need to be established for at least 6 months. Now, this doesn't mean cash flowing for 6 months. This doesn't mean revenue generating for 6 months. Essentially, you need to be in business officially through whatever state you're incorporated in for at least 6 months. Then on top of that, the next requirement would be that a business needs to be generating at least $10,000 per month in revenue in order to qualify. Now, that's not net income, that's just straight revenue. Excuse me. And then the only other thing that we're going to need is we're going to need a business bank account open in order to lend to a business. So our 3 keys: you're in business 6 months, you're in business doing at least $10,000 a month, and you have a business bank account open. It doesn't matter how you take your payments. It could be cash, it could be check, it could be Zelle, it could be Venmo, it could be from, Wire, depending on where you do business. We're not very strict on that. And then in regards to the business bank account, it doesn't have to be a mainstream business account, but it just has to be any type of business bank account. Now, some of the industries that we talked about and some of the uses of funds of those industries. So wanted to actually kind of throw that out there. So outside of what we talked about, is there anyone in here that finds themselves continually working with businesses in a certain industry or needing like a certain service that they think this type of capital might be useful for? Thanks, Leanne, for hanging in with us this long. All right, well, I'll pop in and then maybe some ideas will start. So trucking and transportation businesses are one of the larger industries that we fund as well, similar to construction. Reason being, a lot of times when you're in that space, you take equipment finance loans and you have to spend a lot of money in order to start your business and purchase routes, a lot of other things like that, right? So that's oftentimes an industry that's going to be bank challenged. They're going to have a very long and strenuous process to become profitable and to get access to the type of financing that it is that they're looking for traditionally. Then there's businesses like restaurants and retail stores that wouldn't be able to access financing because of the fact that they don't have any collateral. So if you don't own your commercial property, no matter what it is that you do, you're likely going to have some challenges. So it doesn't matter if you're a retail store selling clothes, doesn't matter if you're a retail store selling hardware, essentially any type of business that has a storefront or is considered, let's say, like a mom and pop shop or just your general small business is going to be really good for what we do. And then, on top of that, what else we kind of specialize in, I'd say would be healthcare and medical, which was mentioned earlier, and construction and contractors. So it's going to be those types of businesses that can't oftentimes get traditional financing because they don't have a full payroll or they don't have 10 to 30,000 sitting in their account like some other businesses do. But at the end of the day, keep in mind that any business that you're coming across that's generating revenue in a business account is someone that you'd want to talk to your advisor at Rock about, as they're going to help you understand what that specific client will be able to qualify for. Finally, just a very quick sum up, use of funds. So a lot of times SBA and banks will want a full write-up of what you're utilizing your funding for. Not only that, but they also want a business plan, and a business plan costs money to put together, and it has to be very, very systemic to what they're looking for. So what's unique about our use of funds is that essentially a business that gets approved for a loan program can utilize it any which way that they want to help them grow their business. It could be towards taking off credit card debt. It could be towards paying off vendors. It could be towards purchasing equipment or hiring employees or paying bills that you might be a little behind on during a slow season. Essentially, what's very unique about this style of lending is that it can be utilized really any which way you want it to in the business. So that's kind of the highlights of what we do. What Katina is going to do is she's going to share a link for you to get access to our platform, and you're going to work with someone just like myself who's going to help guide you in the right direction, help you understand how businesses can utilize this. And with your affiliation directly with Katina, you're going to sign up at a larger revenue share or commission percentage than most partners would that sign up with us. So you're going to have the ability not only to learn full circle from someone like Katina, who's been doing this for a while, how to kind of get into the space, but you're also going to start at a premium percentage, being that you're coming directly through this network. And we are super, super excited to hopefully have some of you on board and learn more about you.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody, hey, let's put a fireball for Timothy, y'all. So did we learn a lot about business funding tonight?
And
I know y'all got questions too. I'm sorry, Timothy.
No, it's okay. I was going to mention, so within what we do, we have this really cool interactive portal that pretty much anyone that signs up with us gets access to. You get access to training material. You get access to landing pages that are coded to you. You get access to affiliate materials. So we make it very easy for you to be able to introduce this type of platform to the business owners that you work with. So what we're going to do is, kind of help you get walked through that process. Alonda, the best part about what we do is that there's no cost to get activated. It's only an earning opportunity for you. And that's why Katina and I have gotten along so well for so long, is that's the name of the game, is earning. So that's what we're here for. And then, there's a bunch of training in the portal, frequently asked questions in the industries and guidelines and guidance and all that stuff. But, it'll really come full circle, especially if you have channels that you network on or people that you communicate with daily that are business owners. You're going to have an outlet where you can speak with a financial advisor or a business advisor about helping that business grow by getting them access to capital and, continuing to grow their business.
Awesome. Awesome. Who has, I know somebody has some questions. I don't see any in the chat. Who has some questions? Oh, how much does it cost? You address that. Any other questions?
Yes. So how are we paid? So Alonda, what we do here is we essentially pay a revenue share percentage because we offer a crazy amount of products. So the good thing about that is if you send over a client that is in a higher commission range, you're going to see a much larger payout than you normally would if it was in a lower range. So essentially what we do is for your guys' affiliation within directly in this network, you're going to generate essentially 25% of whatever revenue we generate from helping a business owner out that you refer to us. What does that look like? It usually comes out to be around like 1.5 to 3.5% of the dollar amount that your clients are going to get approved for. So if you have businesses that are doing 10 to 20,000 a month, let's say in revenue, you would often see a commission anywhere between like 300 to 600 for a business that size. And there's no cap to what we offer. So as you grow with us, your revenue share percentage actually gets higher and higher, kind of on a tier scale like the other residual income offers. So there's a lot of resources that we provide, a lot of education and knowledge. So if you're interested and you want to learn more and see what our portal is all about, you'll definitely be able to do so, even upload your logo and have co-branded marketing material. So we haven't even really scratched the surface on all the things that we offer. And I'd look forward to doing that with some of you as we, progress here. Now I'm done, I promise.
All right, nice. Thanks so much, Timothy. Thanks for coming on tonight. Who's going to be signing up with Rock? Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Right. Who's ready to rock?
Who's ready to rock? I love that. Yeah. Who's ready to rock? All right, y'all.